Pierre's main weapon, his main defense against the constant marauding bandits has been his vehicles, and he's starting to run out of options. It's time to fix them up. Yes, indeed, this is a really good example of the problems that Pierre's got with his vehicles. Most of them have got no hood and no windshield, and when you're out and about, you might encounter bandits that can shoot you any moment. Having no windscreen, I would say, is a little bit of a disadvantage, a little bit of a problem. So it is time for Pierre to work on his mechanics. We've got about 5 or 6 vehicles here. We need to put a lot of time and effort into improving his mechanic skill, and then we've got to hit the road and head out and look out for metalworking stuff to disassemble and get a few levels into his metalworking as well. There is a lot of work to be done. Okay, well, Pierre is a complete novice when it comes to mechanics. As you can see, he's read the books, but he's not put what he's learned into practice. He's worked through and done the basic stuff on one vehicle, the radio, the battery, the lights. It's got him almost 13 XP. He's going to have to do that on 5 more vehicles just to get it to mechanics level 1. It's going to be a grind, but we really need to fix up these vehicles. Okay, well, Pierre's been working all morning. He's had a tough time of it. You can see that the rain is absolutely sheeting it down. We couldn't find the right word then to describe this storm. And Pierre's having a tough time of it. He is a nervous wreck. He is terrified. Again, he's been interrupted by just another stray zombie pathfinding their way into the estate. He's almost at level 1 mechanics, but I'm starting to think that this is more of a day that's best suited for working indoors. But we're going to keep at it for now until Pierre's got mechanics up to level 1, and then I think we might have to find something else to do that's indoors. Okay, well, I was just wanting to move around to the other side of the building where there's still, we've got 2 vans there. And just to finish that mechanics training, get up to level 1. Got another group of zombies. It's just a constant flow. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why don't you just fix that front door? You've got the carpentry skills, you can get a big double door, but they'll just bang on it. It's too far away for us to hear the banging, so they'll just bang on it and bang on it and bang on it until they just break it down again. So there just doesn't seem much point in spending a lot of time into building those double doors if they're just going to knock them down again. Oh, just when I thought the rain was going to ease off and things would be a little bit easier for poor Pierre, who's a Prouvier, he's scared of the rain. Oh, and there we go. That is mechanics level 1. Beautiful. But yeah, the rain is getting worse. Where did I get to? Let's just finish off these few things. So I think we're going to have to change tack. We've got a little bit of experience now into mechanics. We got up to level 1 in just 3 or 4 hours, so it's good progress. But to be able to do the repairs that we want to do on our vehicles, fix the trunks in particular, so they've got their full carry capacity, which is going to be necessary and important when we're going out looting. To be able to have that, we need some skill in metalworking. So it'll get Pierre indoors out of the rain, which he absolutely hates. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a couple of propane torches and a couple of tanks, a welder's mask, all the stuff we need. And we're going to hopefully at least power level metalworking. We're going to go jump in a vehicle, drive south to, what is it, the post office, I think it was. There were a lot of metal shelves all in one big room, so I think that is going to be a really, really good place to quickly and easily level our metalworking. Let's grab what we need. Man, we've only got 2 propane torches. Oh no, we've got 3 more there. We got 3 more there. Can we tell if these are full or not? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, that one is full. That surely... Let me jump. Oh my god, I thought, what the hell was going on? That surely should be enough for Pierre to get up to, hopefully, level 2 metalworking by the end of today. Okay, well here we are. This is the post office. I think this is the right place. And of course, as typically it seems to happen so many times, as soon as we step outside and make a change of our plans, it stops raining. But it is what it is. We're here now. Hopefully we can get some quick levels in a metalworking. Let's just see, is it clear? Yes, look at this. This is a real testament to all the work Pierre's put in to killing those. Yeah, of course. There had to be a couple of zombies off in the distance to ruin it. Let's just take them out. We don't want any nasty surprises, although they are moving somewhere else, but we don't want any nasty surprises when we're trying to our attention is on metalworking, and we've got the propane torch and welder's mask on. We do not want to be snuck upon from behind. Here we are. This is what I'm talking about. This is an area of, wow, there's a lot of stuff. When I first saw this, I thought, oh wow, this is going to be absolutely amazing. Think of all the books that are here. I mean, it's a post office. As you can see, nothing more than office supplies. Okay, well, it's a bit of a risk, but I'm pretty sure, famous last words, that banging is actually upstairs. So they're probably in an office. It's probably just one. They're probably just going to bang all day and every day. So we can probably just ignore it. So let's get geared up. Let's see, we need a paint torch and a welder's mask. And let's get disassembling. Okay, with just one of these large metal shelves, we got almost 20 XP. We need to 225 in total, so that means disassembling 11, maybe 12. This should be done in no time, and as long as we can hear that banging, we're fine. If the banging stops, then we got to worry, because then we know that they've escaped. Well, there we are, metalworking level 1 already. Just 4 disassembled. This is going to be a piece of cake, right? The banging has stopped. And I don't know if I should search yeah, they're coming. Well, they found us, which is fine. Man, they've got good ears. They're responding to the noise of the metalworking. And we got another one nearby. There's always a zombie nearby. But as I said, as long as we can hear the banging, we know they're not going to suddenly appear. There we are, metalworking level 2. That is 3 levels up just today. 1 in mechanics, 2 in metalworking. And we are really making really good progress. Now, I don't want to do any more metalworking until we've got, I've read out the next book, so we can maximize those XP gains. Let's have a look, just looking for some food. So what we can do while we're here is we can do some basic mechanics on all the vehicles that are in this nearby car park, get some more XP in mechanics and work up to level 2. I must admit, I do feel a little bit nervous about doing it out in the open like this. It is very, very dark and gloomy, and as well as the darkness, we've got the noise of the rain, which is going to really cut down our ability to hear any nearby threat. So I really want to get this done as quickly as possible. Yeah, but it is getting late, it is getting dark, and I think it's fair to say that Pierre has not enjoyed himself today. He is, again, he's stressed, and it's all because of the rain. It has rained all day. He's had to spend a lot of time outside in the rain, getting wet, and he's scared. As I've said, he's scared of the rain, probably more so than zombies. Insane. We've made good progress. We're just going to keep going until we get to mechanics level 2, or it gets too dark to see, or until Pierre gets too tired. We don't need to get this today. Let's just fall back to base. It has finally stopped raining. Let's hope we get a dry day tomorrow, because Pierre's got a lot more working outside to do. Let's get him back to the safety of his base, get a good night's sleep, and we'll return to here tomorrow and finish getting mechanics level 2. Okay, well, the rain is still going. It is the next morning. Pierre has woken up so early, it's just almost ridiculous. This guy does not need much sleep at all. He's living on 5 or 6 hours. Let's have a smoke to calm those frayed nerves, and I think We've got a couple of hours, so let's read. No, we should actually read metalworking level 2, volume 2 for intermediates. Let's read that. We've got a couple of hours at least before it's daylight. So let's make good use of that time. Okay, well, Pierre's read half a book, which is, I think, is absolutely brilliant. It is still raining, and it is now foggy as well. Let's make some breakfast. Let's make a soup to keep Pierre going now. Now that it is a new day. Just thought I heard some banging there, but I don't think so. Now it is a new day. Pierre can do some more work mechanics-wise on the vehicle, the vehicles that are in the base, in the compound. So that will make things a little bit easier, but we might have to step outside the safety of our base to finish the job. Let's make some breakfast. Look at the amount of options we've got now. Okay, well, with this extra options now, we can really go to town. We've got rabbit meat, potato, cabbage, broccoli, tomato. I mean, yeah, it sounds delicious. Hopefully this should keep Pierre going all day and he can concentrate on getting some more XP mechanics, leveling them up. I want to get mechanics and metalworking up to level 4. And then we should be able to do nearly any repair that we need to have a fleet of vehicles. And Pierre's making good use of his time by reading, ooh, wow, qualified for gaining home cook. I was just reading the metalworking book whilst cooking, and after making that delicious stew, he's now at cooking level 4. So these, as I said before, as it keeps happening, these levels are coming thick and fast. That means, though, that is another book for Pierre to read. Let's make this into a couple of bowls of soup, and I think probably let's just spend the rest of this morning finishing off reading Metalworking Volume 2, and then hope that the fog will have lifted by then. Okay, well, that is Metalworking Volume 2 read, so that is another thing done, but there's no time to rest on his laurels for Pierre. We're going to turn his attention back straight away to mechanics. He's not going to enjoy it. It's raining again. But again, we're disturbed in more ways than one by the zombies just coming in. I think probably what we're going to have to do is maybe build some cheval de frises all the way around this area here. We can protect these windows, because as soon as the zombies come into the estate, they head straight for these barricades. And eventually, at some point, it's just a matter of time before we come downstairs in the morning, come into the kitchen hungry, and are surprised by something trying to eat Pierre. So yeah, we definitely need to try and get some more fortifications in the shape of some cheval de frises. The rain, it's just crazy. The rain is still coming. Pierre is still an absolute nervous wreck, but he's still got more work to do. We need to disassemble probably 3 or 4 more vehicles, the radios, the batteries, the lights, the basic stuff. Once Pierre gets up to level 2 mechanics, he'll be able to disassemble the seats, so hopefully he can make some slightly quicker progress. But it's going to be a lot of work to get all the way up to mechanics level 4. Okay, well, Pierre hasn't quite made it to mechanics level 2, so we're going to have to venture out. I'm going to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're already running a little bit low on gas. We've got less than half of a supply, so I'm going to head out in the police vehicle out to the gas station, fill up all the empty gas cans we've got, and just find a nearby vehicle or 2 possibly to finish getting to mechanics level 2. Yeah, well, every time we return back to this gas station, there's always dozens of zombies in the area. Wow, that is crazy. We've got some work to do. Just this area just constantly refills with zombies in no time at all. Now let's see if we can make it as fun as possible. Although again, Pierre is an absolute nervous wreck. He's terrified. We're working towards long blade level 2. It's always fun being really good with a long blade, whether that's machete or a katana, which I had we've not found a single one of yet in over 2 months. Okay, well, Pierre's getting impatient. Let's just, yeah, draw their attention. We'll bring them all out to us and hopefully quickly and easily dispatch them. Just like that, basically. That's another 5 or 6 taken down, but there's probably another 5 or 6 just up the road that we should take care of before we turn the generator on. That does appear to be it, apart from that guy who we just almost dispatched with contemptuously. Can't see any zombies off in the distance. But with wandering zombies, that soon changes, but I think this is our chance to fill up with gas. I always hate filling up from the pump because it just takes for absolute ever, and in a really vulnerable situation you can see the visibility right behind Pierre, where he's most vulnerable, is almost non-existent. But we're good, absolutely nothing to worry about. Ooh, that was close. That was close, but we got away with it this time. And there is Long Blade level 2. Man, things really are progressing quickly when it comes to those levels. Guess these guys came from this direction. There's just a constant threat of zombies. If you think we've killed over 3,000, probably 2,000 of that easily is just in this block around our compound, and yet every time we go somewhere just around the corner there's 3 or 4 more zombies. It's just a constant threat, but almost really nowadays a constant nuisance. Now let's get our gas cans, let's get them filled up, and let's get the hell out of here. Let's just do it over in this one where there's a little bit more visibility. Okay, that's all 4 gas cans filled up. Let's get them in the trunk before we get disturbed. Now we need to just find a couple of vehicles, just 2 vehicles. I'll tell you what we'll do actually. We'll head far down the road. Some fool left a piece of it. Let's just remember to turn the generator off. Some idiot about a month ago left a really valuable police vehicle just abandoned on the road. I'll give you one guess who that was, but it's still in really good condition. We don't have, we've got a lot of vehicles, but not many of them are actually in good condition. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll do some basic quick mechanics work on it, but then we'll also tow it back to base. Okay, well here we are. We are seeing double. We are seeing 3 or 4 zombies as well. It's just constant harassment. But with Pierre's skills, it should be pretty quick and easy, he said, although those negative noodles are slowing him down a little bit. But we got there in the end. But it is getting late and Pierre is getting tired. Let's see if we can quickly finish the job and get to mechanics level 2. You can see what a good condition this vehicle is in. It's still just concentrating on the basics for mechanics at the moment. We'll probably fall just short on this one vehicle and have to look for another one. Well, it's nice to be proven wrong for once. That is mechanics level 2 sorted. Absolutely awesome. That does mean we got another book to read, but we can barely keep up with our reading. With all of these levels we're getting up, we've got to read cooking, mechanics, a couple of the melee books as well, so we're maximizing those gains. But it is dark, it is getting late, Pierre's getting tired. Let's get back to base. We've got another vehicle though. We've got another vehicle. Hopefully this will have enough juice to tow it. Oh, it's going to be painful, but just about. Can we get through? We can. Okay. It's going to be a long drive home, but this is going to be a really nice addition to our fleet of vehicles. Oh man, that was a slow and painful drive. We're just going to have to leave it here at the moment because we haven't got a great deal of space in our main courtyard, but we got it back. That's the main thing. Let's get Pierre to sleep Now we continue with the skill grind, mechanics, and metalworking tomorrow. Okay, well, it is the next morning. These days are absolutely flying by, and it's another day where Piers is awake before dawn. He is definitely an early riser. I tell you what, let's just have a quick recap of what Pierre's done recently and just how far he's come through this whole journey. He's now at a perfect weight, almost. He's losing it a little bit, but that's fine. Look at those huge amount of the traits. Have you ever seen that many traits on one character? I don't think I have. 3,076 kills, 2 months, almost at 3 months. We are getting very close really now to 100 days survived, which would be a real milestone. And when you look at that thing of beauty, look at all of those beautiful golden squares. We got a lot to do. We got to read long blade. I suppose we should read short blunt as well. It's going to be a long grind to get to level 10 otherwise, but we've got long blunt to read. We've got mechanics to read as well. And I think that's what we're going to probably do today. Another thing we're going to continue to do today is work on that metalworking, get it up to level 4. It's going to take a bit longer, I think, to get mechanics up to level 4. But where are we going to go? Where can we go that's one place that has a lot of gear that we can disassemble? I don't want to have to try and go to lots and lots and lots of different locations. And there's one place that has sprung to mind, and that is a school. They don't give the greatest amount of XP, but in all the schools there is those blue chairs in every single classroom. So they will be, hopefully, with the size of that school we found just down the road past the police department and opposite the post office. There's a big school, 3 or 4 floors, and there should be enough metalworking stuff for Pierre to get at least level 3, maybe even 4. But first, let's make a delicious stew. Okay, well, you know what? While that thing is cooking, we might as well make a start on a cooking book, because we're probably going to be cooking up a meal every single day. We want cooking. It's cooking volume 3. It is so nice to be able to just select pretty much any book we need. I know we've got a few gaps, but we must have 90-95% of every book we'll ever need, which is amazing. But I gotta say, Pierre is living a life of luxury. We're able to cook up a real variety of different soups and stews, from fresh vegetables, freshly caught animals. We've got water on tap as well. Things are going really well. They really are. Okay, well, I was just getting equipped properly, weapons-wise. I'm trying to coordinate the weapons with what we want to try and level up, what we're closest to leveling up. And right now, that is short blade. But look at the amount of corpses that are piling up. I just can't believe just the amount of zombies that keep coming into this area. It's just crazy. Well, it looks clear for now, but it won't surprise me if we get home later and there's a couple of zombies just standing right outside or banging on those barricades trying to get into our kitchen. Clearly Pierre's cooking has gotten very famous. Let's get over to the school. Let's grind out some metalworking. Okay, well, here we are back to the school. I didn't think we'd come back here so soon. I'm just trying to think strategically where we should park, so if we need to make a quick getaway, we are able to. Now, we've got to be careful. Actually, we could disassemble these lockers as well, and we could potentially start getting metalworking supplies, which we will need to do all those repairs that are so desperately needed. But we haven't gone through this building. There could be a few rogue zombies nearby, so we do need to be careful. We could get caught out. But let's get geared up. Let's refill the propane torches, get on the welder's mask, and get to work. And we might actually be able to disassemble those. No, those are carpentry. Man, I'm a little bit spooked by the noise of the banging. It's difficult to tell where it is. It does look like it's nearby. That disappearing door. And let's just start by disassembling these things. Should get some good XP with these. And there we are. That's our first little bit of gear. I'm going to pick up metal sheets as we come across them. Now, how much skill did we get for that? Ooh, about 26, 27. That's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of work. Actually, can we disassemble these? We can. Still a little bit wary of that banging. Okay, so these are the sort of things I'm talking about. It gives you metalworking skill. This school is going to have hundreds of these little chairs. I've disassembled all of the counters here, and that's given us 200 XP. We're going to have to do some maths in a minute. Let's just disassemble one of these chairs, see how much XP it gives. 8. Okay, we are now home cook, whatever that means. 8 XP. That is a big grind. What have we got? Another 80, so that's another 10 chairs. Maybe we can finish disassembling all of these counters in here. This could actually be a really big boost, and it is actually an enclosed space. There's actually loads of stuff here. We might get to metalworking level. Ooh, shit. We got a hostile assault. Are we going to be able to get to our vehicle before they turn up? They are right here. Oof, I thought they were going to be right next to our vehicle. They certainly are very close by. Honestly thought that was going to be the end of our life then. I thought we were going to run right into the hostile assault before we got to the vehicle. Where are they? Are they in the building? Again, I'm panicking, driving into things. Let's find them. We're not going to be able to look inside the windows without getting outside the car, and there's absolutely no way I'm going to do that. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. That made me jump. Jesus Christ, that made me jump. Oh my god, where did he come from? Stay down. Do the business, zombie. There we go. They are fresh meat for that zombie. The poor guy's getting eaten alive. Wow. Are they done? Are you done, zombie? Jesus, that made me jump though. That is not where the indicator is. The indicator is pointing right inside that building. So where the hell did that guy come from? Where the hell are the other bandits? But again, I'm forgetting the fact that it could just be the one guy. That is one of the problems with this. Yeah, you can exploit the indicators so you know where they actually are. You've got that warning that they are inbound, but you don't know how many bandits there are. But we should be safe, famous last words, to get out. Oh, that's nice. High power magazine, a nice propane torch, and a welder's mask. That is useful, actually. We got a zombie. We probably do not want to be outside like this. Man, it's raining again. Well, nobody's shooting at us yet. Could it have been just the one bandit? Should we leave the area and go somewhere else to finish that metalworking, or should we risk it? Well, I'm just going to take a little bit of time to cruise the area. There's a lot of wide open spaces here, so hopefully if there is another bandit around, we'll spot them. But I'm not really quite sure what to do again. Don't really know if it's safe or if it's dangerous. If we're going to get shot at as soon as we step outside the vehicle and step inside the building. The indicator pointed right that they were right inside the building. And that's exactly where we want to be next. But there was that one bandit to the south. A little bit paralyzed with fear right now. I'm trying to think, has there ever actually been an assault or wanderers where it's just been the one guy? And unfortunately, I can't answer that question. So, still got that question that I need to answer to make a decision. but I'm not quite sure what the answer is. Was that the only bandit? Can we get out and continue, or should we leave the area altogether? I'll tell you what we could do. Let's just pop off a few rounds. Maybe, man, that zombie disappeared for a minute. Maybe that will attract some attention. I'm still not entirely convinced that there's only one bandit. We're going to return back to... Yeah, I'm just hearing things. We're going to return back to the metalworking. We've got the kitchen here. We've got a lot of appliances. We've got a couple of doors. We've parked the car a lot closer. We're going to risk it. Let's get back to work. Okay, well, there we are. Metalworking level 3. Let's just fill our water up before we carry on. But I don't think we're going to get to level 4 in this room alone, which is going to potentially make things a little tricky. Okay, we're at propane. We are, wow, nowhere near metalworking level 4. Oh boy, I thought we'd be a lot closer than that. We've still got, what's that, 570? That is a lot of disassembling. I feel like we're pushing our luck already. I think maybe we need to move on. I'm still not entirely convinced this area is safe. And again, I'm jumping at shadows. Let's retreat back to base. Okay, we made it back to base. I'm surprised to find that there are no zombies banging on those barricades. And there are no zombies in the courtyard. Whether that's the case in the morning, we will see. Okay, it is the next morning, and again Pierre is up and at 'em before dawn is properly here. Now, apologies, but look at that hair. This is what happens when you cut your hair in the dark. I mean, wow. Not really sure it suits him, but we're going to go with it. Now, we don't really have enough time to go back out again and do some more metalworking, but there is one important thing that Pierre could do to finish things off, at least for today, and that is to get some fortifications around these windows. We're getting a steady stream of zombies coming into the estate. That was the cue for a zombie to appear out of nowhere then, and they are heading straight for these barricaded windows, which leads into two of our sort of main rooms, really, the kitchen and the library. And also this area here leads to upstairs, and it's getting a bit tedious having to barricade the windows every couple of days. So we're going to pop up some cheval de frise, and hopefully that will do the work for us. It is actually quite a bit of work, but we've got all the zombie corpses, so we can definitely we've got everything we need right here. So let's get to it. Let's cut down a bunch of trees, saw up some logs, build some more fortifications. Okay, well, Pierre has been at it all day. The poor guy's absolutely exhausted. It's been back-breaking physical work all day. He's had to take a couple of breaks, but he's made good use of that downtime by reading a book. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We've tidied up. We've removed all the grass, the vines, the bushes, the zombie corpses. We found a lot of branches, which we've made into a small arsenal of decent quality crafted spears, taking advantage of that carpentry master that Pierre is. But there we are. Hopefully now these windows are properly protected, and the cheval de frise, they do cause damage to the zombies, so hopefully that will mean that we won't have to replace them for a long time. But there we are. It has taken all day, but we've done it. It looks beautiful. We've still got this area here to do as well, but we'll probably do that in between episodes. That is going to have to be it for today's episode. Next time we're going to go on another loot run. We're going to go back to the tower block and finish looting the area. Basically, there's a small sort of townhouses to the other side of the road, which should be largely clear. He says should be largely clear of zombies. and we're gonna go through the kitchens, grab the food, take a propane torch as well, and another twig, another tree branch, and disassemble all the fridges. We didn't quite make it up to metalworking level 4, but it is on the to-do list, and we should do that next time. But that is going to have to be it for today. We got a lot done. There is still, as always, a lot to do, and I hope you guys will continue to follow on. If you've been watching this series from the beginning, then I really appreciate the support, and do comment, sub, like, really interact with the video so I know that you're watching. But that's going to have to be it for today, guys. Peace.